Hi, I'm Michael Biggs, Associate Partner and a Data Migration Practice Lead at Cognitus. Let's talk about Alchemy, Cognitus' data migration platform, tailored for SAP S/4HANA and our government contracting solution. Alchemy is the next generation of data migration, a web application atop a NoSQL database garnishing superior transformation performance. Under the hood, Alchemy uses the same data engine that powers LinkedIn, Netflix, and Twitter, an application made for SAP S/4HANA, making use of function-based transformations where possible, and data-renowned Python when needed. We use Alchemy to deliver clients fast, accurate, documented, and reportable data migrations with the easiest of user experiences. Making use of the best-in-class data engine, we transform data faster than our competitors. Our workflow and Alchemy artifacts for rule approvals and validations ensures accuracy. Function-based transformations are easy to understand for clients. And for the very complex, we use the power of Python. With Alchemy, the black box of understanding a migration project is open and brought into light. See where you are in a load cycle from A to Z at any point. Our clients enjoy cost savings through effectively reducing the throughput required to get the job done. No wasting of time on cumbersome, clunky documentation with artifacts when they're system generated directly from Alchemy. A repeatable process that makes data migrations seamless and ensures a smooth cutover. Customers are satisfied with the transparency and easy to digest transformation process and operational continuity. Governing the migration with Alchemy secures a smooth transition with minimal data defects while safeguarding the transformation with documents that can be used for traceability. Standardizing data migration with Alchemy through consistency and repeatability during the entire process. Now, let's hop in the system for a quick demo and Alchemy highlight. So we've logged into Alchemy and we're going to do a very quick feature and function demo to talk about how Alchemy works and of course how it helps clients become successful in their data migration journey. So initially we logged in and we're at the project overview where we can see, of course, the objects that are associated with the project, the load cycles, the workstream management, and the user allocation. So one of the beautiful things about Alchemy is we have the business users participate in the form of approvers, but they're responsible for approving all of the rules that are associated with Alchemy. That's the transformation rules, the preload, postload validations, any filtering or cleansing that's done against the data. So I'm going to very quickly do some highlights. We're going to go into connectivity. You can of course connect multiple source systems to Alchemy, and we have one target. We're going to look a little bit at object management, and I'm going to hop into one of the objects that we freshly created over the last couple of days. And we'll take a look very quickly at this BP2, and we'll just look at assigning a migration object. So being able to assign a migration object, you have a couple of options. The stage, which is the use of the migration project that gets created through the migration cockpit or migrate your data application in Fiori. You have a bunch of options here. You have the direct option, which is APIs, custom objects for maybe those hard to migrate objects. And then of course, you have Cognitus solutions for our CIS and government contracting solution that are patented to our solution. So we're going to look at this staged object very quickly. We're going to find customer. We're going to take this customer, save the detail here, and now the object is in progress. Of course, this object management here allows us to have a good overview of various details around the object, right? What is the object's name? What does SAP call it? What's its status? What's its source? What's its target, cycle, workstream, and of course, when it was created on. We're going to hop back into this customer master, and we're going to take a look at the customer master very quickly. And what I want to show you is, well, let's take a look at this extracted data here. You'll notice here that I've got data sitting out here. What we've done is we've built in data profiling so that we can better understand the data that we're migrating with our customers. We've got a report here. We're just going to download the report very quickly. We'll keep it. And we've got some insights with the data. There's some alerts here that tells us about the data itself. And if we need to, we can drill down into the column itself to help us understand more detail about the data. This allows us to be prepped. It allows us to understand the data size, the variation, all the types of things that you would expect to need in order to be able to do your data migration. Running back over to the extraction management, we're going to hop over here to a filter where I've already built one. You'll see that this filter that I've already built is the not equal to filter. But what I wanted to show was how to build a new filter. All right, so we're going to add a new one, new filter. We're going to create it very quickly. We'll go to new. We're going to open the toolbar. We're going to do a region here, drop the field in, drop the operator in, and drop the generic filter option in. We're going to go not equals to New York, and we should see some change in the filter. So we're going to run it real quick. We will, of course, save the filter and then go back to the extraction. You'll see that the 560 is now changed from 302 because we filtered some of the details out of the object. We're going to hop over here to the object management and go back to the BP customer. We've already got some sample data here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the target fields that's generated directly from SAP. So we have all of these listed. They come in with the mandatory fields for each of the views for the customer master, each of the tables. You can download those and change them. You can go through and click them manually should they be transformed, yes or no, and that changes the values of the transformation. The other important thing to know is that's how the entire object is managed. And of course, we've got some fields that we've already set out here for demo purposes. And we're going to hop right into our transformation flight deck and talk about how the transformation is done. So here I've selected an all table view, but we can just focus on general data. We can focus on the sales data only and the company data. If I'm looking at just the sales data, great. Now we can talk a little bit about how this is mapped. So I'm going to run over here to the map. We can take a look at the way that this map is done. You'll see that this is a simple drag and drop option where we can see the source tables to the target tables, how they map. You can of course see the technical name details if you'd like, but you know, customer to customer, etc. This is a great visual for the person doing the transformation, and it's very helpful for the business as well. So we're going to hop out of here. We're going to hop back into the transformation rules, and we're going to highlight what they are. So we've got a copy rule. There's lots of copies, of course, in every data migration. There's cross-reference rules. We've got a code editing rule. We've got a formula rule. And then, of course, the formula rule is our function-based hyperformula transformations. And we've got the code editor for those very difficult transformations. We utilize the power of Python. What we're going to do is show you very quickly some of the other types of rules, right? So we've got a cross-reference. We can test this real time. See the cross-reference details. It looks like we've got a cross-reference here of SC83 equals US01, where SW20 equals US02, etc. It's also important to understand that these copy rules work very quickly. Harnessing the power of Kafka to help us do these transformations allows us to move lightning fast through any of the transformations. You'll also see that we've got company code here, and we've gone off and created a function-based transformation just for demo purposes. So it says if company code is equal to US01 and account clerk is equal to SW, then US02, else it should be US01. Of course, we've got that formula out here. We can test it. This is real time what the functions look like. We have all kinds of formulas available. Date formulas, math formulas, string, and of course, logical formulas that we're taking a look at here. We're gonna hop out of here. We'll test it real time. And now you can see real time that this transformation works, right? The accounting clerk here is SW, and we've got US02 just like we intended. So moving from the transformation space, before I actually move, just want to let you know you can, of course, download the rules in Excel and download the rules in a Word document so that you have some traceability and so that you have some auditability moving forward through the project. We're going to hop over here into the validation section of the application, and we're going to look at the customer master that we have just spoken about. So here we have the extraction portion of the application. And you'll also see that we've got a filter portion of the application. If you've applied filters, you go here. This is where you would validate those filters. For our customer master here, we haven't had any filters applied, so nothing's available. We've already approved the transformations, but you'd be able to approve the transformations here. And then here's where we take a look at the preload, postload. These get generated directly from Alchemy. We already have a report in flight, so I'm just going to download this report very quickly. You'll see that it comes up, and we'll open this up and we'll highlight it on the screen for everybody. So here's what the preload looks like. Very simple, right? It helps you understand the various data that we're migrating. Preload, postload, it gives you a side-by-side comparison of the data and any of the transformations done. This, of course, is useful during your mock loads and cutover, and of course, it's an artifact to help you understand what it is that you've done. The postload report is very much the same, of course, comparing the preload data to the data loaded actually in the system. So here we're going to click validate. And once the data has been validated, you can, of course, move it to the migration queue. So we'll select that, and we're, of course, in the migration now. So we migrate these again a couple of different ways. But that's really a summation of the application in a very quick and short way, and we look forward to sharing Alchemy with you in the future.